Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everyone is having a great week so far. I'm just getting set up, and all of we've got a lot of people coming in right now. I just want to make sure everyone is settled, and we'll get rocking and rolling with some of the stuff here this evening. We're going to be covering some very, very cool subjects. You are going to want a pen and paper. We're going to be doing some very cool stuff, showcasing some stuff for the inner circle, some stuff that hasn't even made it to the public yet. And we got a lot of stuff going on. So hope everyone is doing great. Thank you for the 5x5, Jerry. And we are going to rock it up in just a few moments as more and more people walk in the door here. Now, let me ask you a quick question. How many people here are affiliate marketers? People who would like to make money promoting other people's products. Let's see a quick yes in the question box or no. Okay, yes. Most people. That's good. Most people would like to see and make money promoting other people's products. And it's actually pretty easy. What I'm going to share with you tonight has literally made me, I would say, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And some people have said, okay, some people would like to, and Nina said, yep, would like to, but not really doing very well with it. Well, what I'm going to do tonight, guys, is I'm going to share with you 4 strategies for launch jacking. Now, how many people know what a launch jacking is? Some people saying, okay, launch jacking, not me. Now, quite a few people don't know what a launch jack is. Okay, here's the scenario. Let me just kind of share the screen here. Okay, that's my stock market stuff. Get that out of the way. Okay, so what I need to do here is apparently shut down a few windows. Launch jacking basically means at the time of a large-scale product launch, you can actually try and dominate the search engines for that launch. Now, here's the thing. People who do launches, and this is a little bit of inside psychology to product launches, I'm guilty of this myself. Most people don't promote their own products outside of JV. So say, for example, I'll give you an example. June 17th, we're launching Rapid Content Wizard Lightning. I'm doing this with Alan Brown, who apparently is not here tonight, so we're okay to talk about this. I don't want to alarm him and use his product launch as an example per se, but what happens is we're so busy, even 30 days out, we're working furiously on all of the bits and pieces ready for the day we launch. If this is a timeline, that's the launch here, and then we're open, say, doing a 2-week launch period, okay, and then we've got from the, say, the 10th to launch date is pre-launch. You know what? We're hitting up every JV we know, everyone that we know, and saying, okay, here, promote this launch, promote this launch. And we're getting tons and tons of JVs, primarily to mail. Most of our stuff is done by email marketing. Then we've also got Facebook campaigns going up, media buys, and everything else. The one thing most people don't do with their launch is SEO. The reason being is they're so busy working on getting the launch ready, they don't have time for this. Now, here's the thing. What some very smart affiliates do is if they know this launch is coming up, they will do SEO themselves. Now, here's the traditional way to do it. What will happen is a JV will literally, in this period, they'll create a review blog. And they will have a website. For example, I've already seen ones. In fact, just because, well, you're the inner guys, let me show you what's happening with our launch already. Now, honestly, I haven't even looked at this yet. So I'm kind of curious what will happen. Rapid Content Wizard. Look, people are already looking for the old version on Black Hat, but let's just do Lightning and see what's out there. Look at this. Rapid Content Review, 75% discount. Lightning Edition Review. Already, Sean Donahoe's Rapid Content Wizard Lightning, full review. We haven't even released it yet, guys. You know, here's all the stuff: joint ventures on Notify Pro, Daily Motion, demo of the product, all the other stuff. Who's doing it? What's going on? We've already got tons and tons of people putting out reviews and what's going on. Even John Chow. I'm kind of interested. Okay, that's not actually John Chow. That's someone else trying to be John Chow. So here's all the other stuff about it. So people have taken screenshots and they're doing all sorts of stuff about it. And they're doing all sorts of interesting bits and pieces. And they're creating review blogs. You know what? It takes up all this time. And guess what? You can eclipse all of these people. I'm going to show you how with 4 very powerful methods. Now, here's the thing. We started broadcasting this a month in advance of the launch. The reason we do this is we're perfectly okay with all of these people creating websites. And here's why. They're trying to launch jack, but they're going about it in a harebrained way. I'm going to show you ways that you can eclipse. Now, here's the thing. Everyone here is going to be trying to do the exact same methods I'm teaching here, but you don't have to just do it for RCW. You can do it well in advance for other launches as well. Now, okay, has my mouse shut down? No? Okay. Okay, so what's happening is all of these people are doing their blog reviews and everything else. They're trying to get to the first page of Google and the coveted #1 spot. Because what happens is people go looking for example, RCW review. RCW, and this is the one I actually hate. Never do this. Scam. Yeah. In fact, I actually forbid people to use the word scam in their promo, because if they do, I will actually find their account and I will actually set their commission to 0%, because we do not allow that. But people will look up, for example, RCW bonus. These are keywords that people use. RCW real review. These are popular keywords that people, because people who are looking to buy want to see what's going on. People will even do RCW Warrior Forum. They want to see what people are saying on the Warrior Forum, for example, or Black Hat. Because what they want to do is they want to find out if there's any free links and free downloads and stuff like that. So there's all sorts of combinations of keywords that people will do that are associated. And so again, they'll look up RCW Sean Donahoe review, Rapid Content Wizard Lightning, and stuff like that. So they'll try and rank for the keywords they anticipate will be searched for when the doors open. And they're out there trying to rank for all of that right now. However, there are some shortcuts. When you're dealing with SEO, there's a couple of things that work in the short term, because when you're ranking, there's always what's called we call it the first day bump. And it's actually a first week. It's about 7 days that with strong promotion, you can get to the first page of Google and then your rankings may drop off. But there's a few ways to do it. There's 4 methods I'm going to share this evening. And apparently my volume, I might have to start doing broadcasts on the PC, because this is driving me nuts with this ever-changing volume. But okay, what happens is when you first do a heavy promotion, you get initial basic credit from Google for a new site, and then after that it kind of re-indexes and re-ranks. This is what happens with blogs and stuff like that. We're going to bypass this part altogether. What we want to do is basically in this period and beyond, in fact I'll have to change my color here, we're going to do something vastly different, and this is something you can do again and again and again, and you can do it for any launch without having to worry about building blogs or any of that. We're going to bypass that altogether. But this is stuff that can be evergreen, and you can literally do it again and again very easily. In fact, you can outsource this entire process. And I'm going to show you the shortcuts to that. Now, here's the 4 methods. These are the ways you can literally bypass the whole shebang. First of all, this is why we call it launch jacking, because we want to basically hijack the first page and as much attention as possible as we go forward. So the first method is actually very cool and very simple. In fact, let me just bold this up a little bit. The first one is Facebook page with the product name, branding, videos, and more. Now, here's a cool thing. I'm going to show you, again, because people who are vendors don't get a lot of, basically, time to do all this. I did this for Rapid Mailer. I want to show you this, facebook.com/Rapid Mailer. And, okay, I'm sorry. I think it's IMSC, Rapid Mailer. Whoops, now it's redirecting me. IMSC, Rapid Mailer. No, oh, it's gone. Okay, let me do this then. Facebook, Rapid Mailer. There was one. Okay, look at this. Rapid Mailer, facebook.com, Rapid Mailer review, Rapid Mailer bonus, things like that. Official IMSE Rapid Mailer, because someone actually took IMSE Rapid Mailer from me. Now it's gone now. It was there. But because they worked that far in advance, I was able to, in fact, here it is. I think that's still it. Look at this. IMSE Rapid Mailer. People were doing this. And they're literally creating a very simple fan page, uploading the link right there, honest reviews, and Hugo bonus. Instead of a huge bonus, it's a Hugo bonus. Buy Rapid Mailer, get a Hugo free. Whoever he is, he's probably unfortunately sent all over the world right now because it's a Hugo bonus. But again, these rank very, very well. So you can absolutely create a very simple page, link to your bonus or link to your page where you might have like a pre-sell, or if you've got a set up or what have you, you can literally jump into this and off you go. And there are plenty of them. Here, let's do another one. Rapid Mailer bonus. Okay, well, this sneaky bugger actually took my header, which was a bit rude, but they literally grabbed my header, which was from the official one, created an icon. They actually did a better job, except it's my graphics. And okay, you can, Tam, if you actually turn off your volume on your machine, you won't actually have to hear it. Okay. But then, yeah, they've obviously gone through and done some other bits and pieces and posted a few things, and off they go, and they're getting, they're doing all these bonuses. But it looks like the official page for Rapid Mailer. And then they blasted some likes at it, and look, there's their review link and everything else. So what you can do with this is just go ahead, boom, and then you promote this page. It ranks. So you can have your, hey, here's my bonus, and then do different posts and everything else about it, and just boom, find stuff about it. Post some quality content so it doesn't look so salesy, but you can take your primary post and then highlight it so it goes full width. It looks like a sales page. It's got your link and everything else right there. The cool thing with this is then, because you've got a page, you can promote your post and then use it as an ad and then drive traffic to that as well. So again, in many ways you can get some social eyeballs on everything you do, and then from there take it to the next level, promote. It works out very, very well indeed, and it's very easy to rank. So that's the first method. You don't have to create a site. And you've got the natural authority of Facebook doing that. And again, you can then, because we're going to use these third-party sites, you can absolutely blast the bejesus out of this with links and link pyramids that you can get on Fiverr. Again, we're not looking long-term. We're only looking for the period while the launch is really active. And again, if it's an evergreen launch, you could keep it going forever. That's the method number one. Now, the next method is actually very similar. You can do a YouTube video. Now, if I just show you, for example, I'll just do youtube.com and I'll do rapid mailer. Okay, let's have a look and see what's happening. Here's lots of people doing rapid mailer reviews, rapid mailer honest reviews. Look at all these videos for rapid mailer, just using myself as an example. Now, one of the funny things is that lots of people will actually do all this, but they do a actually kind of half-assed job. Now, I just threw up a demo and review, but this was uploaded by me. Now, I didn't actually do much with that, and this was number one for the longest time. It's been eclipsed because I stopped promoting it, but this was number one. This was me doing a launch jack on my own product, and that worked out very, very well indeed. It's kind of a little bit of an experiment as well, because one thing I tend to do is I do launch jack my own launches, because I know when it's coming out. I can do all the really cool video stuff, and then I blast the heck out of it in whatever way I want. Works out very well. So if you're a product vendor, do this for yourself. Do it in advance, and you can actually protect and make more money from everything you do. Now, this one's interesting. I'm looking at this one here. I'm like, who the hell is that? But no, they just took my video. And then I was just like, who's the chick on the front with me? But they've got my full standing picture that they stole from my website, put a chickie with the number 69 on her chest.
Yeah, that needs to go down.
And yeah, that's a little interesting. But one thing you will find is people will do all sorts of strange stuff to get attention. I just caught my eye. It must have...
Never use anyone's graphics unless you've requested permission.
Yeah, that's the other thing as well. I mean, this person here, for example, oh my good grief. Some people don't do a very good job, and I'm looking to see. See, here, for example, they took our header and they took one of our graphics, our banners. That's not so bad. And you can only deal with what you've got. But the thing is, ranking videos is actually very, very easy if you do it right. You can absolutely decimate this with some good traffic from, again, some press releases, some good PR links you can get, again, from Fiverr, do a full Monty, buy some views, buy some comments, and boom, not difficult at all. And again, if I just did, for example, if I come back over here, again, this one, these two are ranking at the top, but this one actually doesn't have. Now, this is interesting. This is something I'm going to show you in a few moments. When you're ranking videos, you want, see how this guy stuffed his keywords here. You see all the keywords they're ranking for, or they're trying to, and again, going to kill these people. I'm going to give everyone here literally a heads up. Don't do this because it pisses me off. But they know that's the phrases that get searched for. So they put that in their actual stuff. And look at this, the way it works. Review, 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 free gift, there. But they know the point that it's all cut off is on the after the fourth line.
Except it's not going to pick up on the keyword for your name because he spelled your name wrong.
Exactly, I did notice that. But, oh well, what can you do? But yeah, this is... well, yeah, this has been flagged. That's actually interesting. but it takes a certain amount of army flags before that actually happens. But yeah, I mean, that's as simple as it. Just quick, and then free gift here. Boom, done. Put in your link, and you're all good to go. So once you do that, you can actually play around with things. Sorry?
Your audio just came way up.
Yeah, I've got a little button here to kind of reset the audio.
Cool.
Every few minutes I have to do it, apparently. I tell you what, I've already got multiple tickets in to go to webinars. Stop adjusting my audio! People can't hear me! Do you get the message? Or should I turn my volume up? So anyway, doing videos like this is very easy. And the way I do it, if you want to create a really cool video, again, what they're doing here is they're doing all sorts of kind of pre-sale stuff, and they're using a system called Animoto. Now, the very cool thing is they can mix in all sorts of audio, music, all sorts of graphics you get in Source. You can even use things like stock photography and things like that. And you just mix in the text and everything else, boom, 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 boom. It just adds a little flair, and it's very, very easy. They're using a system called Animoto. Now, Animoto is a very, very cool little video online creator thing. Now, I could just use use this as a basis, and they've got all sorts of pre-done templates. Oh, that's interesting. Inferno. You can see a demo. Boom, boom, boom. So if you like what you see, you can use it as a template, and there's all sorts of other ones, and you can create your own. What happens is it loads in a video creator, and all you do is just drag in your pictures. If I grab, let me see, I'm going to go to Rapid Mailer real quick. Okay, and then say, for example, I'm just going to grab, I'm going to save that image, and I'm really going to kind of mess around with it real quick. And okay, so I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to grab like 4 images, nothing big. And like that. Okay, I'm going to grab just those images, and I'm literally going to do a very half-assed job here. I just want to show you how easy you can click together a killer video. Now, again, you can use this for anything. If you look at some of the demos they have on their main page, I'm just grabbing those 4 images and I'm uploading them like that. And okay, try and I'm actually talking quietly, so I'll try not to. But now I can add a logo if I want to. I can add pics and videos. I can add text. So, for example, kick your unreliable autoresponder, or let's say fire, and then to stop spending money every month for nothing. Then you kind of just lay in your benefits. I'll throw that in there, and then I'll do another one. Let's add, actually do that. Let's duplicate it, and then okay, create your own high power autoresponder. Bolts right into WordPress. Get set up in minutes. And let's create one more. Duplicate, and I'll just put that on the end, and then drag that on the end there. Grab your $500 bonus here. Click here now, http somesite.com RCW Lightning. Save. Now all I do now is preview the video. Now it's going to do a little generation and takes about 30 seconds. Sometimes it takes more, sometimes it takes less. And boom, boom, boom. And fingers crossed. Okay. Now you probably can't hear the music. I'm just going to let this play. Now you saw I did that in what? Under 60 seconds. Created a high power video. Again, you could build on more. You'd want to try and answer the 4 questions that we keep talking about. The why them, why you, why this, and why now. So you want to try and then boom, 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 instant video. And now, someone's asking what's the price on this. You can do this for, I think it's $39 a month, but you can create unlimited videos. They're all HD. You can add your own videos. If you want to, I'm going to show you another really cool way that we do this, is you might have an introduction with some high impact stuff. And then another thing you can do is you can go over here. If you don't want to do a video, it's nice to have people in your videos. So what you can do is you can actually come over here and hire someone to do a video review of your product for $5. Or, you know, let's pick someone here, someone that will actually look credible. So let's see, this is a pet product. I like to look at people that are trustworthy. To be quite honest, again, I tend to hire women when I'm doing reviews and stuff and testimonials. If you want to do a testimonial for a product or something like that, that works out very well. You can mix it up. You can. Let's have a look. I'm just going to pick someone at random here. Let's say this person here, and let's see how much they charge. They will add the URL to the video for $5. Okay, and I don't really see a demo. So again, there's no demo of their presentation style. I tend not to bother. This is interesting. I'll just take this gentleman. It looks like he's got a little bit of green screen space here, so I might be able to load up some extra bits and pieces. Now, kitchen sink gives you HD. I wouldn't get them to upload. Lettering and music, that's interesting, but you can then add all sorts of extras. So you can do that, and again, deliver the order in one day. Done. That way you can get that done, and you can mix that in, either have it standing by itself, or if you're using this service, you can drag a video right in here, and then during this port, it'll do this kind of intro stuff, put that on the end, but you would have a video here, and say this one's the video here, and then have your call to action at the end. Boom, done. And you can have them, I wouldn't go like too big. Keep your video to about 3 minutes, if that. And Bill, you're right, it used to be a lot cheaper, but they've added a lot of stock media and they had to basically kick it up a notch. I've got the Pro account. There are different accounts that are cheaper. It depends on what you want to do. If I go to pricing, I have the Pro version, which removes any watermarking and everything else. For personal use, it's $30 a year. That allows you to do up to 10 minutes, which is fine. You can do it in web quality, but I do the HD. That's why it's a little more expensive. There is a free version, allows you to do 30 seconds. That's fine. But again, you've got the logo on the end, and you're not really meant to take the logo off the end. Some people used to do that. They would record it, and then in the last few moments, there's like a little Animoto logo, which had a call to action to them. And then what they would do is they would pull it into a video editor and then chop the end off and basically get it brand free. It's entirely up to you. The cool thing is, with the $39 a month one, there's over 2,000 commercially licensed tracks, a ton of different like images and styles and themes and everything else. Plus you can do the HD stuff, and it gives you a lot of the business features as well. So it's entirely up to you. It's one of those things, if you're going to use it a lot, it might well be worth this. If you just want to use it occasionally, $5 a month, you're good to go. But I do recommend doing everything in HD. Okay, just a quick thing from there. And you can also do multi-song up to 20 minutes. This one's limits you to 10 minutes. It's a great service, and I highly, highly recommend it if you're just looking to create quick-ass videos. Now, here's another thing. If you don't have images, guess what? You can create your presentation stuff inside, say, PowerPoint or Photoshop. PowerPoint is easy because you can lay out all your text as you want, and then you can export straight from PowerPoint into images and then just pull those in. It's done. Or if you want to, grab some cheap stock photography. For example, if I was doing one for RCW, for example, it's all about lightning. You know, there's a storm coming. I could come up with all sorts of different angles. So I could grab something really powerful like this one. In fact, we've used this image in our promotion. As you can see, I've already got it here. So if I grab that real quick and grab that, and I can throw that into my little Animoto setup, and boom, 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 I'm off to the races. Very, very easy. Now, Dean mentioned a good thing. One could also do gigs on Fiverr on the side by creating videos using Animoto. That's absolutely correct, though you would need the business account. The reason being is you want to do it for clients. You really should have the ability to do it to reseller license to consumers or to businesses. So either one of these works, and it's about $39 a month. So that's the same kind of deal. Allows you to do that for other people. So that is very, very powerful indeed. And if you got pretty good with it, as long as you had, if you had a stock license account and stuff like that, and you could do it for other people, absolutely, yeah. There are people that do videos like this all day long. As long as you've got a business account, you're okay. So there's all sorts of things you can do along that line, and that's very cool. Now, the next thing, so let's go, that's number 2. Okay, so, whoops, let me set that, okay. Why is that doing that? Okay, so number 2. Video promo, video review, lots of links, views, and comments. Now, also, if you blast this, as I say, with a ton of quality links, it's going to rank fast because it's YouTube. YouTube, again, owned by Google, preferred by Google, can do very well. Now, the next one, especially in the IM industry, is a very unexpected one. You could do a Warrior forum review. Now, do this in the classified section, but also you can also do a blog post, because one thing the Warrior forum allows you to do, and a lot of forums do, if you're outside of IM, you can do it in another, the most popular blog or the popular forums in those spaces. But in the Warrior, in the IM industry, Warrior forum review, again, do a classified post, cost you about $20, a blog post linking to your review, it's free, and then do a whole load of link blasting to that review. I have a coaching student who does this all the time. In fact, if I do Warrior, do this, for example, this is a gentleman, you might have heard of him, Han Fan. He's a coaching and mentoring student of mine, but what he does is he creates this in the classified section, and he does a review and bonus and some shortcuts. So he'll take our product and he will do a long post about it in here with screenshots and everything else. He makes it very, very powerful and valuable. He'll give the positives, he'll give some negatives, and then what he'll do is he will give away a bonus. In fact, this is one of the bonuses that we put together, and he just makes a graphic out of it. Surprise bonuses, and then here's all your information and how to act and everything else. So he does that, but if I do a search for Rapid Mailer, just in Google, look where it ranks. Right there. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, he was the first one out there to do it. He didn't do much outside of that. He just put that up there, rocked it up, and that was it. He was the first one there. It got the most exposure. Again, Google actually understands forums, the replies, what's going on. And again, because he used the system and played around with it and got a really good review, it got a lot of interest. So a ton of stuff in there. And Han is an absolutely awesome guy, but he does this all the time. I'm kind of curious. Let's see, Backlink Commando, one of our previous ones. And I think, look at that. Again, my website #1, Warrior Forum #2. Again, that's HanFan. And again, kicking the ass of everyone. The other one that did well, Backlink Commando Review. So they got a domain. You can throw up a site if you want, but I don't. And again, look at this. Facebook, there, and YouTube. So 3 of the top methods, I'm telling you, actually are being used on my site. Now, again, I didn't go check these out. I just seen that just now by going there and checking out what's going on. So think about that for a moment. Very, very powerful indeed. And again, I'm just adjusting my audio. Sorry about the audio issues here. I think next week I'm going to broadcast from the PC so we can avoid this microphone issue. But again, a forum review, a YouTube video, and a Facebook are all in the top 3 results outside of the main site. Now, the reason this one is #1 is because I blew that up. I wanted to make sure I didn't get launch jacked. However, people did, and again, it just took one post on the Warrior Forum, and boom, 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 boom. And that's me without the beard, by the way. And people keep telling me how I don't look like myself, so no problem. But there you go. That is all of the information. Again, just one quick post on the Warrior Forum, and boom. That's it. Now, that's method 3. Okay. Method 4 is actually very, very simple indeed. Press releases. Now, the cool thing is that you get fast ranking, attention, authority. And the cool thing is you can embed links to 1, 2, and 3. Now, here's the cool thing. I use a service. There's a couple of services I use. I'm going to share a couple of them with you. There is one which is, where is it? I had it up as a link. Okay, this is Live PR Submitter. Some of you guys might already have this because we promoted this. But basically, you can send out press releases for like $1, or is it $1.50 or something like that. And again, you can use it to promote existing affiliate products, upcoming launch products, and everything else. But the cool thing is, it gets submitted absolutely everywhere. And literally, what they've done is they've created different packages, and they basically buy a huge account with some of the big PR distributors, but they get it at such a discount that you can literally send out, for example, this one, 150 submissions a month, $97. Or if you just want 30, like one a day, you can do that for $47. And that's per month and everything else. That's great. That works out very, very well. If you want to set up your own service, it's a little more involved, but one of the ones that we like is a place called EmailWire. And what you can do here is, where's the actual services? I want to find it. There is an unlimited plan. Oh yeah, here we go. This is unlimited, so it's like $99 a month or $1,000 a year, but that gets out to loads and loads of places, web distribution, huge PR boost, and you just get tons and tons and tons of traffic. And you can embed links, you can embed your videos and everything else. In fact, one thing that I was planning on doing is every time we launch a blog post or release a blog post, we would do a press release for it just to naturally boost its authority. Now, if you don't want to do this, one thing you can do is actually go to Fiverr and find someone that will actually submit your press release because they've already got a service. And you just pay like $5 and it goes out there. And then they can do all sorts of link building to it. For example, they will submit your press release to the top 50 press release sites. I will submit your press release to 15 sites. And it's kind of interesting where this all goes. Now, it ends up, they will actually write it for you, or they will submit it to PR Buzz, PressDoc, and all the other places. That's great, but I don't like the time frames a lot of these things. I will deliver this order in 3 days. Well, if I want a press release in 3 days, I want to launchjack it now. So that's why I tend to go direct to these services. And usually the turnaround time is about 48 hours. So it helps to plan in advance and have everything ready to go in a certain time frame. But the cool thing is, again, you get natural authority, natural rankings, you get in front of the eyeballs of excuse me, of your prospects well in advance. It makes all the difference in the world. Now, again, like I said, these are 4 methods that if you do all 4 of these, guess what? You're nailing it. You're getting attention and traffic everywhere. A lot of people, they'll spend like a week building up a website or what have you, and then they try like bejesus to rank that website on the first page of Google. You don't need to. I'm lazy. I like shortcuts. Who here likes shortcuts? Easy ways to do something without having to build a ton of traffic. And excuse the dogs and excuse the traffic here. It's, funnily enough, it's my birthday on Friday, excuse me. And we're getting all the gifts and delivery services and everything else coming here. And unfortunately, my dog is an early warning system for any mouse that farts at 300 feet. So,
Your birthday present.
I'm not complaining. Not at all. But anyway, so these 4 methods are shortcut methods. They're very, very easy to put together. You can knock out a fan page in literally minutes. You can do all sorts of stuff like, videos. Hey, guess what? If you want to, you can put together multiple videos, embed them right in your Facebook page. Everything works together. Hey, you've got a Warrior Forum post? No problem. Put it on your Facebook page. Got a Facebook page? Put it on your Warrior Forum post. Put it on your video. No problem. Get press releases. Promote everything. This becomes cyclical, and you're getting the authority from every single thing interlinking with each other. So now, people are asking, how do you pick products? Where do you go to find products so you can get this done in advance? I'm going to show you a couple of the places. One of the... I'm about to yell at my dog in a moment. She's going a little bit crazy. Oi! Short ass. Stop it. She's just... We've got one of those breeds of dog that are great watchdogs, as long as nothing... But not a guard dog. There's a difference. A guard dog will actually growl and go... and attack. This one will actually run under the desk, hide like Scooby-Doo. But as long as she can't see it, she'll bark at it and just get all kind of puffed up. Funny little bugger. Anyway, one of the places we go is Munch Eye, and the reason for this is they actually consolidate from many, many different sources. For example, you'll see here, these are the premium launches, and just to show you, there's our launch right there. So these are the guys that actually usually have, basically, they've got their shit together. Okay, they've got JV pages that you can go to, get your link in advance. I mean, we work 30 days out. Most people are last-minute Larrys, and they haven't even got half their stuff done by the time the launch is ready. It's just not going to work. So a lot of these guys will try and get going, get everything rocking and rolling, and these are ones I would be my prime targets for launch jacking. But you'll see there's lots of launches here every single day. Honestly, half of them don't stand a chance, and they're not very well put together. So you want to look at what's going on and see, yeah, okay, these guys are good, these guys are good, these guys are good, boom, 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 boom. It's entirely up to you, but you'll see that the best ones are over here. Now, another place we go is JV Notify Pro, and we want to look at, okay, is there actually a JV page? For example, if you go out to November, there's nothing here. Merchant's not made it. So you want to find the... Okay, and I've just broke that because that was what I was meant to do. Okay. So going back here, there's JV links, but you want to make sure, obviously, the link you're promoting is ready and ready to go. Prime example, this handsome young man here, and I can go to the JV page, and here's the thing. Now, I can't get to anything until I sign in, which is a system I absolutely bloody hate, but it works. And then you go through all the rest of it, go to your JV page, get your links. Now, once you've got your links, go ahead, start getting ready to promote. Someone asked, what's the cost of the Warrior Forum? If you want to do it there, it's $20 to submit a classified post. Getting an account is free, but it's if you want to submit, it's like the WSO section. It's like $20. Since Freelancer took it over, they dropped the price of submissions to half price. It used to be $40. Tam, do we ever calculate how much money we've given the Warrior Forum?
Oh God, don't ask me that.
My wife nearly had a heart attack when she saw how much money I put through the Warrior Forum back in the old days when I was promoting products, because I would spend $40 to $120 a day for over a year. I put literally thousands and thousands, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars through those guys over the years. And then I said no, because they pissed me off, and then I never launched with them again. But yeah, it can mount up, but if you see what you see on there, you only have to do it once. You use Google then to do all the rest of it. That makes a hell of a difference. So that is launch jacking. Now let me ask you guys, does that seem like a pretty easy way to make money? Is just a bum 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 launch jack, bum 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 launch jack. And the great question from Nina is, how can you tell which product's good? Honestly, look at the sales page, look at the effort that goes into it. When you see something like, I'll give you an example. I'll go to the JV page here. If you see that a lot of effort has gone into the marketing and the setup and everything else, you can pretty much guarantee that they put a lot of effort into the product. And by the way, there's Alan. If you haven't seen a picture of him, that's Alan. And that's my ugly mug, and that's Dylan, who's our affiliate and JV broker on that one. But again, boom, 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 it's all rocking and rolling. And that's what it's all about, getting these things going. And if it looks like it's a good product, try and get a review copy, or at least look for a demo. One thing we do, for example, is I always like to give a demo of the actual product. So even if there's no, I can't get a review copy, always ask for a review copy if you can, but look to see what the product's about and see if it's makes all the difference in the world. If it's gonna be good, if it looks like it'll do what it says on the tin, if they provide social proof, if they've got any testimonials, that's great. Now what we do is we try and work on these promotions a month out. That gives me a month to rank the videos, or a month to rank the Facebook page and try and get in there. If I have a page, for example, another thing I'll do, which I usually don't tell people, is I will actually get a domain like bobswidget.com. If I'm promoting Bob's Widgets, I will try and get bobswidgets.net or .org if bobswidgets.com is taken, because a lot of the times these guys don't actually go and register all of the associated domains. Every time we go and get ready to launch, I buy about 20 domain names around each product, because I know people are going to try and do that. Now, there's nothing you can do, because people will find rcwreviews.com, or they will misspell. I saw one the other day that made me just like, hey, did someone steal my own domain? But what they did is they did IMS or IMCSrapidmailer.com, and they ranked it because they did a typo, but it looked like my own domain, and they stole my design and everything else. It can be a little frustrating at times, but that's people launch jacking. And it works very, very well indeed. Literally, you can dominate a launch. And if you do all four of those methods, that's how I used to make literally thousands and thousands of dollars with ClickBank products, is I would do all four of those things back to back, and boom, siphon in the money. I do it with my own products, just because, well, basically I get the top spot and it's more money in my pocket because I am my own affiliate. That works pretty well as well. Now, someone asked, can you do the same thing in JVZoo? Absolutely. But the problem is that usually with JVZoo, and let me pull up JVZoo real quick. Okay, if I go to the marketplace, and actually top sellers. This only tells you what's sold today, yesterday, the past 7 days, the past 30 days. It doesn't tell you what's upcoming. That's why I go to the launch calendars and stuff like that. So you got to kind of, that's why it's best to work with the launch calendar sites like Muncheye. Another one is Warrior JV. And then you've got JV Notify Pro and stuff like that, because you can work in advance. And that means you know what's up and coming and can adjust accordingly. And you always want to see, again, a cautionary note, sometimes products will launch, but then they don't have much, they have to adjust their launch date, or they've conflicted with someone else, so they adjust their launch date. So you need to keep an eye on the calendar and any campaigns you've got going on, and work from it from there. Now, another thing I should say is, if you can, find products with recurring income, and if you can, evergreen products. The reasons for that means that instead of being a 2-week window during the launch when there's interest, and then everyone's on to the next shiny object, you can actually come back and make more money, increase, make more videos, more posts on your Facebook page, do more ranking stuff, kind of take a slow and steady approach, and then over the long term, make more money. Because I'll tell you right now, I'm still seeing sales from HandFan for Rapid Mailer every couple of days, and that was over a month ago. But again, because people are still interested, they're looking up Rapid Mailer or Rapid Mailer Review, and that's what they're finding. They're finding that Warrior Forum post. That's great. So very, very cool. Now, someone's asked, what do you mean by evergreen products? Evergreen products means that they're not just on a short launch window. For example, a lot of products right now in the IM space, as a prime example, only are open for 2 weeks and then they shut the door. What we do is we have a different launch strategy, which has been working very, very well because I'm still making money hand over fist every day. Instead of being a short window, we have what we call pre-launch pricing. It's a very, very powerful strategy that, again, everyone's now copying because I'm doing it. And I can't tell you how many people are copying my sales page. It's making me tear my hair out. But what we do is a 2-week discounted price. So, for example, Rapid Mailer, when we first opened the doors, was $37 for 2 weeks. Then it rose to $67. I'm still making sales every day at $67. That's great. I'm not making as many as when it was 37, but that's evergreen now. So I've made my launch evergreen by, instead of just taking off the pre-launch pricing, well, instead of shutting it down and making no money, I just raised the price, doubled the price. That's now the full price and value. So for the 2-week period, it looks, I'm using scarcity by limiting the price, but I'm also giving savings and discount, which is great. Now, in this period, again, Sales Psychology 101, there's a frenzy. And what I'm doing is, because I'm doing this 30 days out, all of the launch jackers are doing all my hard work for me. They're doing all the SEO and promotion. The cool thing is, they're all now driving people back to my site that now I've kept it evergreen, even after the big launch, and I've doubled the price. I'm still making bank every single day. And also because I release really damn good products. But if you're on the receiving end of that, where you're still doing and making the money and making the sales, hey, that's great. Now, that's on one product. Now, imagine that you have literally dozens of these over a period of time, each one promoting products, evergreen products. Hey, you can do this for ClickBank products as well. You don't even have to launch jack. Just use these same principles here. The Warrior Forum one, of course, you would want to adapt that, because if it's not in the IM space, then you'd want to find another authoritative forum. But again, you can do all this kind of stuff, and boom, done. Boom, done. That's continuous working cash, growing over time. And again, it's easy to outsource if you want to. Rinse and repeat. You can have someone come out and do a Facebook page for you. You can outsource that, like we showed. Just do it on Fiverr. There's people on Fiverr that will do an Animoto video for you, or a video review. Someone that could create the content of your product review on here. In fact, some of the people that we've mentioned in the past, there's, just look on the Warriors for Hire. There's people that will do product reviews, sprinkle it up with a few graphics and then some authority blasting. Boom. Find someone who will write the press release and then submit it. The whole thing can be outsourced. Play around with it. It's a very, very simple way to create huge affiliate income. So, okay, that's it for the presentation part of this show. What we'll do now is we'll go over to a live Q&A. Now, Mahone, is your microphone active? Mm-hmm. And what we'll do now is, if you can let me know some of the questions that have been asked, and then what we'll do is we'll go over to the live Q&A and people raise their hand. So give me some text. Lay it on me, baby. Give me some text questions.
There was one where you were talking about putting pop-ups on pages that...
Hold on, we can't actually hear you.
Okay.
No, because I've muted you.
Oh.
Okay, now we can try that. Try that again.
I'll see what he did.
See what he did.
There was one about a plugin.
Okay, so there was one about a plugin that was speaking about putting pop-ups on pages that you don't own, mimicking sites like New York Times, where they stop you before you get there. And we kind of have something like that, but they were asking, is it legal? And they called it LaunchJacker Pro or something like that. It's kind of like your, what's the one that we just
Instant
did?
Commission Magnet.
Yes.
Yeah, that one, you can do that. It's an intermediate, interstitial page and everything else. Now, can you hear us okay? Are we echoing? Okay, it's called Instant Commission Magnet. And I'll put a link on that. What I'll do, I'm going to give you guys a copy of this. This was one of our older plugins, but I can make that available to the Inner Circle for free. It's a very powerful little plugin, and it allows you to create interstitial pages for basically the purposes of launch jacking. You can literally link to a really good article and everything else, and then you put your affiliate, kind of like a timed link in between where you might promote another product and stuff like that. And then if they go through, they can then link to something else. I'll put a link underneath here, and I'll just, Tam, remind me, make a note, and I'll add that to the actual plugins area as a direct download.
Okay.
Okay. Other questions?
The only other one I was looking at was, what does your coaching program cost? Which there's a whole page on the site about it, but go ahead.
We actually, I'm very selective about my coaching clients, in all honesty, and I don't do it very often. The reason being is it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of energy, and I'm usually so busy with other things, I'm very rarely open up the doors. The person who's asking, if you contact me on Skype, we can talk about what your needs are. What I usually do is I usually have an application process, and I review it and then see if I'm willing, based on the answers, to take on a coaching student. And it's a very stringent process. I mean, Tam knows I've only got a handful of coaching students, and we have all sorts of different. We don't have a one-size-fits-all solution. Basically, I like to know what the client needs, what their capacity for learning is, what their goals are. We map out a game plan, and then if the game plan is good, we execute it, and then I guide you forward and with whatever you need to do. I've got students who have gone from 0 to multiple 6 figures. We've got people who have gone from 6 figures to 7 figures. We've got people who've just started out and just made their first money online, and they're ecstatic because now they're seeing light at the end of the tunnel. Alan, I'll give a shout out to him. Started off as a member, became a mentor student, and did $350,000 in the first 7 days of opening his first product. Not bad if you can get it. So that's kind of what we do there. Now, Tam, any other questions, my dear?
I'm looking. No, you can go ahead and go to live if you want. Just
Okay.
The only other question was, do you have a course that's more in detail about launch jacking, but we don't yet?
No, we don't. We just do most of it in these sessions like this. But what we'll do is I'm looking to possibly create more videos on specific subjects. So I was just thinking, even as I was doing this, is I need to do this as a separate independent video. Honestly, you don't need a lot more information per se than what I've given here. The only real thing is more detail on the individual processes, like how do you create a Facebook page, how do you put together a video, how do you do a review. Again, you can outsource most of it, but I just want to give you a kind of overview, a top-level overview here, and you can put the rest together. Okay, cool. So what I'll do now is go over to the live questions and answers. So Don, you're up first, sir. Go ahead.
Already? That was fast.
I'll keep you on your toes, my friend.
You hear a little noise in the back. I got a Finch back here making a little noise, so kind of disregard him back
No
there.
problem.
What I was wondering is, we'll be a bit ahead, like if we know this is going to be an evergreen product, wouldn't we be ahead like to tie our book pages and stuff into each one of these here? And
Oh, you definitely could. You definitely could. Again, that's a great little viral traffic builder. You can use that to kind of lead people into a solution and things like that. But yeah, it really depends. Whatever you want to do. My preference is focus on the product. So a hook page with an infographic, you might be able to tackle the problem and then present it as a solution. But I prefer to, because I'm trying to jack people who are looking specifically for that product, I prefer to focus on terms that are related directly to that product name and brand.
Okay, I just wondered as a long-term thing is what I was thinking. So
You certainly can. I would focus on these methods first and then add hook pages on afterwards.
okay.
Cool stuff. Is that it for tonight?
Yeah, at this point, yeah. So far.
Okay, cool. Okay, just wanted to make sure you weren't cutting off there because it sounded like you were breaking up a little bit there. So thanks very much, Don. Okay, let's go over to James Stevenson. James, go ahead, sir. What's your question this evening? Can you hear me, James? James?
Am I coming through okay?
Now you are. Okay, heard the click of the mic.
Okay, yeah, I just had my mic switched off and didn't realize it.
Hey, no problem.
I got a couple of questions on Rapid Mailer.
Sure.
I was importing a CVS file, and it picks up just a email address only, so I put in a custom field for name, and then it wouldn't let me import the file, but if I put in individually, I can type in somebody, and it has a place where name. How do you reference that name field? I didn't see any short code that gives you the name that shows up if you're typing it in on the import individually by,
Well,
for the
two ways you can do
subscribers.
it. You can either create a custom field like first name and then import it that way. But the main thing that we see when we hear problems like that is that you actually have to make sure that your line endings are in Windows format. So what you can do is if you're doing it in Excel, for example, you can save out as a CSV for MS-DOS or for Windows. That way it's got the correct line endings, and then you should be able to do it from there.
Yeah, I was taking an Aweber dump and trying to put it in, and
Yeah, they screw it up. Their line. We've had a couple of people saying that their line endings tend to be pretty messed up. If you also make sure you're on the very latest version, because one thing we found with Aweber is they put all sorts of illegal, like invisible illegal characters in there, because whatever they're using to dump their database is crap, and it can trip. It used to trip over the old version, and we couldn't figure out what it was. But when we did a code level examination of one of their files, there's all sorts of hidden characters that break a lot of importers. And it wasn't just for us, it was breaking on MailChimp, it was breaking on Constant Contact and some other programs. So yeah, that's how we uncovered it. So again, we've added a fix in 1.4.3 for that. So fingers crossed that should work. Also,
okay.
Sorry, go
I
ahead.
had one
Tom,
other question
You can
about.
load the new thing for Rapid Mailer. So
Thank you. Yeah, I'll do that in a second. Okay, so go ahead, Stephen. Sorry.
Yeah, I had one other question about the autoresponders that you put in. Is there any way to edit one? I can see if you go back to the same one, you can pull it up as a history item, but then I have a whole stack of history items that are all essentially the same thing, but I just wanted to change.
Yeah, you can go back in. What we do here, say for example, I don't know if I've actually got any autoresponders set up here, but you should. I haven't actually got them set up, but if you go to autoresponders, you should see them here, and then just click on them and edit them. And make those changes.
Yeah. I didn't get an edit window coming up. That's why I was trying to find out.
Well, the other thing some people do is they'll actually create an email, and then they will assign that email to an autoresponder, but you can then go back into the emails manager and then edit the existing one that might be out there.
Okay.
So that works as well. Say, for example, I did this one here, and I set this as an autoresponder mail. I can still go back in here and edit it, and then it just becomes a future edit as well.
Oh, interesting.
That's
I have
cool.
just one other question with the reverse DNS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking with HostGator on that, and I've got a business account on one of them running, and I didn't see, when I put in my IP address to check it, it wasn't resolving, so I asked them if they'd put that up, and they said, well, they got the dedicated IP address is the one where the email goes out, but that doesn't show up on the HostGator cPanel as the IP address of the account. Now, how does that work?
That works by getting a competent HostGator tech. Basically, it should. Basically, by adding a dedicated IP, it should show up. Now, the server IP is going to be different because the server is one IP and then you've got everything else. But what you should be able to do from the outside is then check with something like MX Toolbox or what have you, and then check your domain name. Like, for example, if I go to, and this is the same for anyone, guys. I just want to show you this. MX Toolbox, and then say, for example, you put in your domain name. For example, I could do imsuccesscenter.com, and then I can do an MX lookup. It'll tell you the public IP that it's seeing. So this one is likely going to be different from your HostGator one that you're seeing in the main panel because it gives you the server panel. However, if it's set up correctly, the one you see in cPanel should now match this public one that you're seeing. So double check with them, make sure they got it set up right, and then also do a double check to make sure that they've actually set up the reverse domain name correctly. Now again, let me just see, RDNS HostGator, there was an article on it. Let's see, how do I reverse DNS? Where is it? Reverse DNS HostGator. Here we go. This information here will get you going. And I just did like a search for reverse DNS HostGator, and they'll say what email do you have and all the rest of it. If the latter Gmail, yada yada yada, just fix it. So again, to have a PTR record, which is kind of a very similar setup, submit a ticket and they should be able to take care of it for you. It's just a way of attaching your domain to your IP and vice versa. Shouldn't be too big a deal for them to set up. They've just got to get their fingers typing. I caught myself, Tam. Don't worry. She gave me the look. So don't say that publicly.
That's just called hang up and call back to HostGator and get a real guy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'll check that out again. Thanks.
No problem. Awesome stuff. Okay. What we'll do now then is, okay, I'm getting the hand wave. Go ahead.
Well, before you change off Rapid Mailer, you need to show them the new piece and maybe talk about some limitations as to like how many emails per hour type of thing on your own server versus, Amazon or...
Oh, absolutely. Okay, well, you've got two things going on here, but let me go back over to the overview. This is the latest version, and we've added a brand new feature. It's called Live Spy, hence this testing Live Spy and everything else we've been doing. I'm going to show you over here. If I click over here, you can see that we've got a Live Spy of, basically in the stats section, we've got a new feature. This is a separate plugin. I gave the Inner Circle a link to this last night, but we're going to publish this on the main site in the next day or so. But basically what this does, it literally checks to see who's clicking what right now. In fact, what I will do is I'm going to send out a new test mail real quick, and what I'll do is I'll copy this one. And let me see, I'm going to send and edit this one. Actually, you know what I'll do? Let me create a new one from scratch. So I'll just go over here and we'll call this test this now for IMSC. Hi test people. Just go into my private list. This is a live demo test for HTTP imsuccesscenter.com. See if this works. Live on camera. Sure. Okay, so I'll now send that out to my test lists. And I'll set the default template. Now, I need to also link that because I want to track clicks. We track clicks, opens, and unsubscribes as well. So I'll just do that. There's my test email, and I'll queue that. Now, we're using this on a shared host, but we're doing this through SendGrid, so I don't actually have too many issues here. Okay, we'll go there. I'll just blast all those out. You can see 7 in the queue. Now, I'm going to go to the overview, and I'm going to bring up the stats. Okay, so view the stats, and you can see nothing happening right now. In fact, you can see there's nothing going on, nothing being opened, and you can see all no opened, no clicks. So what I'm going to do now is on the other screen, I'm going to pull open my email, and let's see. It takes just a few moments. Inbox is downloading all the emails. And the problem is every time I open my email, it's like 5,000 emails, so bear with me 2 seconds here. So while that's loading, what I'll do is, okay, here comes some. I was going to say I was going to stall for a second while it's loading, but okay. And okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open that, and I'm going to click it, and look, boom, there we go. See that happen right there. And I'll go back. Actually, I clicked the link, but it opened up in the program. But you can see, boom, clicked, and there's the link I clicked. Let me open up another one. So again, what it does is every few seconds it checks the database to see what's going on. And there you go. There I go again. Clicking that. So literally in live, real time, it shows you who's doing what, why, and where, and when. Now again, I don't have any avatars attached to these emails or gravatars, but if they do, you would actually see the person, the face, and everything else that's going on. So you can literally see in real time, and again, I can zoom in, I can view, because I'm using Google Maps, I can see the satellite view, I can zoom in or out on any specific region to see, okay, who's this dude? I can roll over it, click it, see who it is, where they're located, and then I can zoom in as far as I like and see, okay, where are they? Okay, boom, and what have you. So I can see where I am in the world, just in case I lose myself. It's like the name tag. So again, very, very powerful little, it's a nice little way to track and see activity and frequency in real time for anything else you've got going on. And that really does help a lot. So Tab, you got any more?
You can hit Maurice for it. That was a question about the volume.
Maurice? Okay. Okay, so Maurice asked, what's the limitations on sending email, receiving email, and storing subscribe info? We have a large membership database. So do you know of, finally, do you know of an email verifying database or list? I don't know if you mean a cleaning service. There are also sorts of list scrubbers out there. Depends on what your kind of list you're getting. That will check for things like spam traps and bad emails and things like that. Just look up list scrubbing service. You'll find lots of them, and they're all pretty reasonably priced. The limits on sending, again, it depends on the service you're using. If you're sending through your own host, the biggest problem is like HostGator allows you 500 per hour. I think GoDaddy is about 500 an hour as well. If you want to go beyond that, then you can use a service like SendGrid, Amazon SES, and all the other ones like that. You don't have a limit per hour then. What you do have, though, is the limit on your CPU usage if you're on a shared host. So again, you have to kind of balance it with however many you're doing at a time. I've had no problems doing like 100 every minute on a HostGator account with SendGrid, but it really depends on that shared host and how much CPU you're using and whatever you're doing. If you've got a larger list, and I mean a large list, look at VPSs and dedicated servers. Again, pretty reasonably priced. But if you're sending out a lot of emails, then that really you don't have too much. You don't have the same CPU restrictions that you do with a shared host. Honestly, if you've got a large list or something over 10,000, look to get a VPS or a dedicated, and you'll have a lot better luck. So there you go. Okay, let's see. Let me go over and see if I've got any other live questions. Let's go with Jerry, the Taffy Hound. How you doing, sir?
Fine. How you doing tonight?
Doing good, sir.
Got a
What's your
couple
question?
questions for you. The first one deals with Rapid Mailer. I haven't really messed with it, so I don't know if it'll do what a friend of mine's looking to do. He wants to be able to have where he gets his leads in, but have them from different affiliates to go into the mailer, but you have to be able to pull out which affiliate sent the lead in.
Yeah, you could do that via a custom field. We do that, for example, with a lot of our JV stuff. What we do is we have a custom field so that we know the inbound. Yeah, let me kind of give a demonstration. Say, for example, someone comes to our RCW Lightning here. What happens is they get something like an AID equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What happens is we detect that coming in, and then what we do is in this email we have a hidden field which takes this and then puts it as the hidden value here, so that everything gets hard coded. We record that value so we know who sent what lead. That works out great.
Okay, so when someone comes in through his squeeze page and it goes into RCW or Rapid Mailer rather, he'll be able to know who to give credit to for that sale if it ends up being a sale. Can you show me how that would look?
Well, that one's a little trickier for Rapid Mailer because we're tracking him. He's not tracking who's coming into him. So if he's sending people in to his link, like he's got a squeeze page.
He has a squeeze page, and each squeeze page has a code on it, for the individual affiliate that he has. And what he wants to be able to do is when they come in, put them into an autoresponder so he can obviously converse with them, but also know who put them in there so that if he gets a sale, he knows who to give the credit to.
Well, you've got two things going on there, so I need a little clarification. You said that he wants to know who he's giving credit to for people driving people to his squeeze page, which in turn is then leading people to my product?
No, he's not selling your product.
Okay.
He has his own product.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
what he has is a squeeze page with an affiliate code on the end of the squeeze page.
okay.
Now, when someone comes in, he wants to be able to put them into an autoresponder with that affiliate code notation on there so that he knows who brought that person into his squeeze page.
Okay. Well, what he needs to do is he needs to customize his form just a little bit, and it might take a little bit of coding. But what you need to do is when people come into an offer and they're using an affiliate link, as long as your landing page, for example, if you're using a JVZoo product, there's a little button where you can turn on Pass Affiliate ID, and you get something just like this. He has to then have someone code it so that they check for this variable and then take that value and then assign it to part of the form. It takes a little bit of programming. You're looking for what's called GET. I'll give you a little example of at the code level real quick. For example, if it was PHP, and again, I don't know if I can, let me just see if I can adjust the font here. Okay. No, I can't, so let me do it this way. Okay, where is Photoshop? Okay, this is kind of what it would be, and I'm just going to do very basic PHP here. If get, because that's what it's called, a get string, AID, and this is basically you would do something like echo input type equals hidden name equals affiliate value equals get AID, and that's basically it in a nutshell, because what you're doing is you're looking for the affiliate ID. Let me just wrap that up actually, and basically all you're doing there is, if the affiliate ID is in the URL, put this hidden form field which stores the ID affiliate with the AID. You might need a little coder. That's a 5-minute job from Fiverr to probably customize your field. You can probably get that done for $5 or so, but that way they can customize your squeeze page to suit, and then you can adapt it for any other future squeeze page. But that's kind of the way you would do it, because you want to grab the incoming affiliate ID from the URL and then pass it to your form so it stores it in, say, Aweber or RapidMailer, and you can do that with a custom field.
Okay.
Affiliate is the custom field that you would have
Okay.
in, say, Aweber or RapidMailer, and then you're just looking to catch that value and give it to the custom field.
Okay. Second question. I just put into the chat.
And I'm just going to put that, let me put that in the chat room so everyone's got that as well, just as a quick reference. So go ahead, yeah, you put in the chat.
Okay, I put into the chat a response I got on one of my what's the word I'm looking for? When I go ahead and follow my my affiliate links and how they're doing, and I get a little listing of what's happening. I got that one that I just put in the chat, and I don't understand why I got that Facebook external on there.
That's part of their own tracking. They go through a kind of a referral system to catch outbounds, and so they don't lose link juice. I think that's part of it, but if you send me the page in PM and the link and highlight where the link was, I'll take a look at it and confirm.
Okay, so what you want is the actual page that it's on?
Yeah. Send me a link to that, and I'll take a look.
Okay, do you need the code too?
Please, if you can give me anything that will give me access to it, and then highlight which post I'm looking at, I can take a look.
Okay, well, I'll get that to you probably tomorrow then.
No problem. I'll take a look and see what we can, just to confirm it. But one thing for everyone else is when you put links on Facebook or external links, it goes through a referral system on their system, so they're not losing link juice, but they also track who's clicking what, and it's just part of their internal stats tracking. So they see what's going on where, who's clicking on what, and they use that for big data analysis. So, okay, Jerry.
I appreciate that. And by the way, everyone loves the taffy that I passed it out to.
Good stuff. It's good stuff. I love it.
I have a bag here still. You know, with my 1 or 2 a day, it's going to last me.
Well, I'll tell you, mine lasts about 2 days, and then everything turns purple. It's not good. So, okay, I'm glad you're enjoying it, my friend.
You have a good one, sir.
You too. Okay, so with that being said, let's see what else we got going on. I'm going to go with Rick, and then we'll do like maybe 1 or 2 more questions, then we're done. So, Rick, go ahead, sir. What's your question, sir?
Hi, Sean. How are you?
Rick?
Can you hear me?
Maybe we lost him. Oh, actually, I'm not.
Unmuted.
Sorry about that. Now I can hear you. Go ahead, Rick. I can hear you're unmuted.
Muted.
In AFK. Okay, never mind. And let's see. Okay, what we'll do then, Tam, we got any more text questions? And then we've got Wayne on the end there with the.
Can you hear me
questions.
now?
Yeah, I've got a quick one. Do you have any membership site themes like Flex theme? And do you plan on making one?
Well, I'm actually planning on making Flex theme a membership theme as well. You can actually use it that way, but the cool thing with themes like Optimized Press is you can have them custom groups, custom setups, custom menu items, and everything else. Can't really do that per se with iMessy Flex. What I am looking to do, though, is I am very much trying to get something like Optimized Press for Inner Circle members. I tried to cut a deal for InstaMember and InstaTheme, and that really didn't go very far, unfortunately. So I am looking to create a very powerful theme in the future that's kind of like Optimized Press for members, but we'll see. You can use the existing one, and then you basically have using, say, for example, Wishlist Member, you can have like a members area menu as an assigned widget or a position or as a group of authorized items. That works, but the other thing you can do is, and this is the way we've done it a lot in the past, is we keep the members area separate from the blog area. So you can set up a custom version of like iMessy Flex with its own custom members menus, and the only way you can access the entire site is by logging in. So you can use iMessy Flex as is for both the front end and the back end. They're just two separate installations, and that way they can have their own custom configurations and everything else you need. So that's the easy way around it, and hope that helps. Okay, so let me go with Wayne, and then we'll wrap it up. Wayne, go ahead, sir. What's your question?
Yeah, Sean, I was been using RapidMailer a little bit, getting a lot of things going with it, and one of the things that I found that I had a larger list, and I went to import the list, and it was about 3,000 people on it, and I don't know if I did something wrong or what have you when I was importing. I know you can send them the approval or not send them the approval as far as that check mark goes, but basically HostGator shut down the website and everything. I got that back up, but I noticed that my RapidMailer is no longer installed there, and they said that I don't have permissions to do that because I sent out over 1,000, I think was their requirements. But I didn't send out any emails. All I did was import them into RapidMailer, and I logged into my cPanel, and on my main email account, I kept getting bounce back from that. What causes that?
Here's what happened, or my guess as to what happened. You had an autoresponder already set up. And what happened, this is, again, tell me if I'm wrong, when you imported it, you imported 3,000, it sent out an autoresponder message immediately to everyone to those people as you're setting it up. So what you did is you exceeded the limit, possibly straight away. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I thought there was a button there that says do not send that email, and I thought I'd engage that, or disengage that.
Yeah, what you did is you had the, hey, don't send the activation email, but with the autoresponder already set up, that's not an activation email. You're putting them directly as active, and then what happened is because they were imported that way, they got the autoresponder because, hey, they're already active. They didn't need to activate their email. So that's what happened. What you can do in the autoresponder, though, is you could turn it off from, basically create your autoresponder series after you've activated or you've imported your list. That would have been the way around it. And I think we described that in the training videos, but it is a little bit of a snafu with HostGator because they always look at new accounts and new systems, and if they suddenly exceed the kind of the limits, so to speak, they're always on spam watch because a lot of people will create an account, set up a mailer, and then just blast out and then know they're going to get hammered and shut down and then go open a new account. So they're always kind of swatting those flies, so to speak. So you kind of got caught in that by the sound of it. But just tell them, okay, fine, I'm going to set it up.
Hello?
Disconnect your autoresponder first.
Hello?
To send to that list. And then once you've imported, then you can reactivate it.
Okay.
But if,
Hello?
however, you want to send them that autoresponder then just do it in batches of 500 every hour. It'll only take you a few hours, but yeah, that'll get you around that point.
Okay, yeah, because I sent them, I was talking back and forth, when they sent me the nasty email, we tracked you, we flagged you, we shut you down, basically. And then, I gave them all the answers that they wanted and tried to lift my restrictions, but they won't lift my restrictions. They said, well, we need to see the page and the autoresponder and the double opt-in.
You got caught in the what I call the ass flux. What you can do there is, honestly, open up a VPS.
Yeah.
Do it that way and say, it's because you're on a shared server and that's the most common way. But you can get a VPS literally dirt cheap. In fact, if I pull it up real quick, you get basically root access. You have much less restrictions, but you can get like let's see, $89 a month, 2 cores. You don't need much more than that, and boom, you've got root access and everything you need. So
yeah,
you can, and you can even go less than that. You can even do less like that. That's $49 a month. First month you get half price. You don't need a lot of storage and RAM and everything else. You need minimal, but that works. You can even do a $20 VPS. It doesn't matter. You get root access, but you're better off with, I would say, a snappy 100 minimum or 1,000 minimum.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. And let's see. Now I've lost all my cPanel windows. Okay. And so, yeah, I mean, it really depends. I mean, HostGator, honestly, is a pain in the ass. Shared hosting is great if you're kind of keeping your limits low. The only problem with them is that if you exceed their limits, even by accident, suddenly you're going through the Spanish Inquisition. They're a pain in the butt. But they just want to see, okay, how did you build this list? They're just making sure you're not using their accounts for spam. Most spammers set up a HostGator, like a dummy account, and then boom, done. Or they'll set up a cheap VPS and go, boom, done. So it's just a case of build it up the way that you want, make sure you've got a good list, and clean your list, and hey, you're all good to go. But if you don't, if these guys or any host gives you a lot of crap, there's plenty of other hosts out there. Cool Handle is another one we use, and I've had no problems there at all. And like I said, I've been using imsemail.com is on a shared host with these guys with about 13,000 people, and I've not really had that many assholes at all. So, okay. Okay, Rick's back, so let me give Rick one more shot.
Unmuted.
And Rick, what's your question, and then we'll wrap it up.
Can you hear me now, Sean?
Rick?
You still can't hear me?
No, Rick.
Damn it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Sorry, Rick.
Muted.
We tried. It was an effort, but we tried. So, okay, guys, well, what we'll do there is we'll wrap it up. Tam, you got any last-minute questions? You opened your mouth for a second there.
No, just someone asking how to get more than 3 copies of Rapid Mailer.
3 copies?
Mm-hmm. They've got 3 and they're wanting more.
Well, that's a strange question, because if you have the base version, you've got a 3 domain license. If you want more licenses, you can get the list building power pack, and that creates unlimited installations for personal sites. So if you go into the licenses area or the members area of IMSC Rapid Mailer, you can then go and grab the list building power pack level, and that will give you unlimited licenses. However, as an Inner Circle member, one of the previous Ask Sean sessions, we gave you access to all of that.
Hello?
So, if you're a new member to the Inner Circle because of Rapid Mailer, I'll still let you do that. And you go back to that Ask Sean session, get access to $1, and you basically upgrade your account. You get unlimited installs, you get the list rocket, which is basically all the plugins you've got already in the Inner Circle. But that will give you the access, training, and everything else you need there. And activate the unlimited.
Which session was that?
That was session.
It's like within the last month.
No, I
Or
think
so,
it's.
isn't it?
I would say it was some of
Hello?
the last 6.
Hello?
Last 6. Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it is, but you'll see a link to it underneath the video.
Hello?
185, Bill says.
Bill, you're a rock star. Thank you very much for going and looking that up. Remember. Within the last 7. See, I was close. Okay, well, with that being said, guys, we are out of here. And that's it for tonight's session. We will be back next week. I should also mention that we do have a new power guide, and that is getting a little bit of echo from Tam there, sorry. Let's see, let me go to the NSA. I can't remember which power guide we've released. I've got so much stuff going on, my brain's melting. But if we go to, if you go to the Inner Circle and go to the power guides, we have the brand new YouTube hijack. Kind of a little bit along the lines of link jacking. But if you go have a look at that, that's kind of a little more detailed view on what we've talked about here this evening, and very, very powerful. You will go in there and see all sorts of ways, kind of expanded on what we talked about here somewhat, and some different twists and tweaks and ways of doing that. So very nicely timed release version of that, considering tonight's Ask Sean session. Go in there, go check it out, have some fun. So with that being said, yes, it is my birthday on Friday. I am 22 again, and I'm going to be spending the weekend having a blast, a little bit of fun there, and then we'll be back again next weekend. Next week on Wednesday. I'm in a time warp. What I need right now is some food and some scotch. So I'm out of here, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the week. Hope you've enjoyed and learned something here this evening, and we'll do it again real soon. Until then, take care, and thank you, Pam. I appreciate that.
Good night, guys.